What's up, stars? It's your girl, Ivory Star, with this week's Ratchet Astrology Report, and I got so much to say. I just really kind of want to get started. Y'all know I always got something to drink because I be running my mouth. But this energy, honey, it got me in the house in my all black with my shades pulled. I don't even know what to drink in this video. This, I don't know, this. So, don't judge me. So this week's report, of course, we're going to talk about Gemini season, and I do have some horoscopes for you based on Jupiter and Pisces, which I talked about in my last video. I'm going to talk to you about all these retrogrades going on, and I'm going to talk to you about this full moon / lunar eclipse we have going on in Sagittarius. Okay, so let's get into it. I think we should just go ahead and start with Gemini season because that's what kicked off first. Gemini season has officially started. So if everybody's feeling like a chatty Cathy and you feel like socializing, the world is opening back up. I don't know how we explain that. But we went through the pandemic, COVID-19, and Gemini season, and the weather has us ready to get out and mingle and be amongst our peers again, and having our intellectual conversation and being grown. Okay, so that's the energy that Gemini season is serving for us at this time. Okay, and the Mercury retrograde is going to come in Gemini season in all air signs, so pay attention to signs and stuff like that. Mercury rules Gemini, and the first retrograde is going to be in Mercury, and then it's going to come in all the other air signs. So then it's going to come in what's the next air sign? Libra, and then into Aquarius. Those are all the air signs. So pay attention to stuff like that. Use that as a way to help map out your life. You know what I'm saying? Don't just depend on horoscopes to lead you and guide you each and every step of the way, but you can use planetary action to help give you a little bit of guide, so you know that these things are coming and the energy that you can expect. So this is the time where your mind is really open. You probably, it's chaotic, but I bet you coming up with the best ideas you ever had. Geminis, you don't know what's going on in their head or what they rambling on about, but when they get to the bottom line of the idea, it was on point, okay? And that's the same energy. So we got Mercury retrograde. So you having communication issues. Exes popping back up. You know what I'm saying? Those type of things. We know what goes on during retrograde. You can look it up if you don't, but it's pretty much the same thing each and every time. Technology, communication issues, not being heard. You know what I'm saying? You saying something, but you're not really being heard. Doesn't feel like you're really getting your point across. You know what I'm saying? A lot of communication blocks happen during retrograde, and it's a little bit intensified in Gemini because of the scattered energy of Gemini. It's not that they're just intentionally all over the place. It's that they just have a capability to do a lot of different things at once, to be able to juggle and do a lot of different things at once. And it may seem chaotic at the time, but if they get aligned and they are able to bring it all together, it turns out beautiful. Geminis are beautiful creators. A lot of artists and celebrities and a lot of well-known people, fall under the sign of Gemini, So that's what I have to say about Gemini season. So, use it as an opportunity to go ahead and get back in touch with your friends, and so you can trade off some ideas, you know what I'm saying? Because I know we all were kind of keeping close quarters because of COVID-19. So now this is your time to go ahead and branch out and start networking again, okay? So, and Mercury retrograde, just be aware of, making sure that you're just trying to do things in a timely manner. That's just the best way. And, protecting your energy, staying away from those exes, okay? So the next thing I want to talk about, let's get into, you know what, we'll do full moon, because that's probably where I have the most information for you, because that's why I'm sitting here all black with my curtains closed, because this full moon is different. It is an eclipse, and eclipse energy is very unpredictable, okay? So it is not a time for you to focus on trying to do rituals and trying to do manifestations. We really don't manifest under the full moon anyway. You really should just be using this as a time and rest of gratitude for reaping the benefits benefits for all the work that you did over the last 2 weeks from the new moon. Okay, so that's what you should be doing under a full moon anyway. But you know, we also take that time to clean and charge our crystals and cleanse and stuff like that. But you know, a lunar eclipse is all about transformation. It's all about release. It's all about sudden and unexpected changes. And it's all about letting go. Okay, so new heights and individuals' journeys towards personal freedom, fruits of your labor. This is the purge that we have been leading up to. That's the note I was looking for. This is the purge that we have been leading up to. If you go back and you look at the videos, a lot of the energy in the universe has been calling for us to purge. It's been calling for us since we all have decided that this is what we are going, that everybody's going to just stand on what they stand on, whether you practice this, whether you practice that. We just live in a place in the world where we are who we are. We're going to do what we're going to do. Okay. So whatever it is, the universe is supporting you to go ahead and pick your side. Go ahead and do what it is that you're going to do. But a lot of us have so many self-limiting beliefs about ourselves. So many things that we have listened to other people tell us we are. And, you know, we haven't really got in touch with our own inner voice, decided what it is that we want to do and stood on it because we love, right? Because we love. That's really what it is. It's because we love our family. We love our friends. We love our community. We love our peers. We love our social media connections and stuff like that. And sometimes we just feel like we don't really, our opinion, our belief isn't worth losing a relationship. But I'm telling you, right now, at this time, it is. You know, I didn't come on this video because if you feel that energy, I know y'all feel that energy. It's intense. It's real intense. And, you know, it's confrontational and stuff like that. So if you can avoid being, you know, around certain people, then go ahead and do that. Protect your energy. Protect your peace right now. At this point, this is your opportunity to do so. You know, don't get caught up in, you know, it's kind of chaotic because you have this Gemini energy going on at the same time where it's telling you to socialize, but you're having this full moon in Sagittarius with this lunar eclipse telling you to do pretty much the exact opposite. It's telling you to go more within, and instead of trying to branch and reach out. You got to find a balance in between though, or you're going to, you know, run into a situation where you get backed up. And what I mean by backed up is because, you know, I know a lot of powerful people. You know what I'm saying? They got real power. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about millionaires. Like, I know a couple of those too. I'm in my 30s. It's you know, you get to a point in your life where you come across people who've been on different paths. But I know a lot of people who know what their path is and they're following, and that's powerful because purpose is power. I don't care if if you feel like your purpose is to be a janitor. Okay? For 2 days a week. That's your whole purpose. That's all that you want to do so you can be at home doing something else. Whatever you feel like your purpose is, whatever it is you feel like you are called to do, once you are doing it, you have power. You might not have all the benefits from it yet, but you still got power. And we draw power from a lot of different things. So, you know, when you're doing metaphysical stuff and you're drawing power from crystals, and we're drawing power from nature, and we're drawing power from the energy of each other, nature puts certain things in place that we do not abuse that power. In come the eclipses, okay? So we have this lunar eclipse that's going on right now, and it's telling you that this is not a time for manifestation. This is a time of reflection, gratitude, transformation, and change. Everything that you've been asking for, everything that you've been asking the universe to strip away, that you just can't give it away yourself, just take it from me. This is your time to let it go. Now, if you don't use this time to let it go, then you're really not ready to let it go, because if you let it go during this time, baby, it's permanent. It's gone. It's gone. So if you really want it gone, now's the time to do it. You know, this is not a time to ask for anything, okay? It's a time to be grateful for everything and to let things that aren't serving you or making you better go, okay? This is the purge. This is the great purge the spiritual purge and all the that you've been wanting to feel. This is your time to feel that, okay? But you're going to have to let some things go. You know, it's always going to be I give you, I give back. There's no place that you're going to be successful where it's only one side giving and the other side just receiving. It has to be reciprocated. It has to go back and forth. And that's relationship with our peers and our human beings on the planet. And it's the same with our relationship with our spiritual being and the things that we believe in. And it's the same relationship with the planets and the planetary actions and the energies that they serve and provide us. Okay? So, sudden changes, endings, releasing revelations. Revelations, honey. Not just revelations in the Bible, but I'm talking about things being exposed and revealed. Now think about it like this. Under the full moon, exposure already happens. You know what I'm saying? That's why, because the energy is heightened, because a lot of people don't realize what they're looking for. What you're really looking for is the manifestations that you have been asking for and the intentions that you have been setting under the new moon. People are practicing rituals and don't even realize they practicing rituals. So when they come to the time where they under the full moon, they don't know why they got all this energy, because of some shit that you said 2 weeks ago. Some intention that you said 2 weeks ago. Now it's time, the full moon, the moon is turning back so it can show you what it is that you said, what it is that you asked for, what it is that you wanted. So we all fall under exposure. And then exposure is not always pretty, is it? No. If you really, this is why you came to the place where you are now, why you want to be healed and why you want to be better, because, maybe you didn't have to, maybe you weren't exposed on the internet or exposed publicly or publicly humiliated, but maybe God just came along and showed you a part of your life where you need to clean that shit up. You know what I'm saying? And you were exposed. You were vulnerable because you thought you were hidden. You know what I'm saying? But you realize that there's a possibility that somebody saw you. Okay? And if nobody saw you, you saw you. So we have to learn how to deal with those type of things. So under this energy, revelations, okay? Things being revealed, mainly things that you may have been asking for over this time frame, or questions that you've been asking and wanting answers to, things that you might have been feeling or intuitions you might not have acted on yet. It's all coming to the front stage. So you got to watch out for confrontation, because people don't like to be exposed, do they? So if you have a situation where you're going to be exposing another party, you might as well just get ready to go ahead and get the argument out the way. This is not a time to suppress none of that. You grown, okay? You're grown. Take care of your business, okay? If you have a problem with somebody, bring it to the table. If you need to confront somebody about something, bring it to the table. If you are the dramatic one that somebody needs to bring information to, it's time for you to be receptive, okay? It's no more of that talking back and arguing, not listening to people. If you're the person that doesn't listen. Look around you. Look around you. Look around you. Look at your relationship with your friends and stuff like that, and the fallouts and stuff that you had, and really get to the root of the issue. Are you not receptive to listening to others when they're trying to help you or tell you that something that you're doing is not only hurting you, but you are creating a string of hurt and burning bridges, okay? We're purging tonight. You can be a cute hippie and put flowers in your hair another time, but tonight we're purging everything that you asking for and all the transformation, the person that you want to grow into be. This is your time to do it, but it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt, okay? It has to hurt. It hurts. How do you think plants feel when you cut their leaves off and it's time to grow another one back? Do you think that is a good feeling process? Do you think it's supposed to be a good feeling process? Because guess what? If pain felt good to us, we would continue to do it. And that's why it's called a kink. A lot of people like pain, and this moon is going to be in the 5th house, which is ruled by Virgo, Venus. It's the house of beauty, pleasure, and relationships. So this is where the moon is sitting at right now. So expect some sudden changes to your relationships and maybe the way that you see yourself. Maybe you're ready to spice it the fuck up. I don't know. But this is the energy that it's bringing, okay? It's very unpredictable. And you have to remember, a lot of people don't have the information that you have and don't know what's going on with them. Emotions and shit is all over the place. So, just be mindful when you're dealing with people that everybody don't know what's going on. And maybe it's not your place to tell them right then and there, because this might start another argument, okay? But we do need to be aware of the intensity and the heightened adrenaline and the anxiety that comes with a lunar eclipse. So the question for you is, do you have any Sagittarius placements in your chart? Okay. If you have any Sagittarius placements in your chart, that is a place where you can focus under this full moon instead of, focus on trying to do rituals and manifestations and, charging and all that stuff, trying to harness power. If you want something powerful to do, find your Sagittarius in your chart, and that's the area you work on. So just for an example, maybe you have a Sagittarius Mars. So maybe it's time for you to, take action, because Mars is the action planet, on, the way your mindset, what you places that you want to go, things that you want to learn, what higher education or higher learning that you might want to get into, because that's what the sign of Sagittarius is all about. It's all about travel and higher learning, always constantly asking questions and wanting more. So that is where you will most likely see changes, and that is probably most likely where you're going to want to make changes. So when you think about Sagittarius, you should also think about thinking outside of the box. Sagittarius are very out of the box thinkers and very progressive. So this is your time. So, this is an opportunity this is something that you could do. Just look at your birth chart, see where Sagittarius is in your chart, and you'll see where you'll be most affected by this full moon and area that you might be able to work on. But it's more about releasing and getting rid of self-limitations, limits that you have set on yourself, probably through the words of somebody else telling you what you could and what you cannot do and what you are capable of. You are capable of more. You deserve more. You are worth more. Okay. The sun and the moon are about as personal as it gets when it comes to personal planets. We talk about our personal planets, the ones that rotate in our chart more often than others. They are the inner planets, Venus, Mercury, Mars, sun, moon. Okay, sun and moon is about as personal as it gets. That's your personality and your emotions. And what happens during eclipse, do you know what's going to happen? The moon is going to pass through the earth is going to pass through the sun and the moon, and they are going to align and create this eclipse. So expect heightened emotions, adrenaline rushes, confrontations. Try not to act on impulse too much, and just rest, gratitude, and growth. Okay, rest, gratitude, and growth. So let me talk to y'all about these retrogrades so you can prepare yourself, because if you're like me, I feel like this. Like, I'm being pulled every which way. I don't know what's going on here. I'm just like on autopilot, like, do what you know to do, okay? Just do what you know to do. And, try not to make any major decisions or big life changes during this time. So we talked about Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. The allow me to reintroduce myself retrograde, okay? This is a time for standing up for yourself and looking back on things that have molded you and changed you, and deciding what you don't want to stick to you anymore. This is the purge you've been waiting for. This is where you've been waiting to strip away all that stuff that's been holding you down, holding you back, stopping you from doing what it is that you know to do, what you want to do. So you can go back and look at Pluto retrograde in Capricorn if you would like. This new one though, Saturn retrograde in Aquarius has started May 23rd, and Saturn is our taskmaster planet. It makes us think about our duties, our responsibilities, what we're supposed to be doing. And so it's going retrograde, okay? So you're going to think about how you spent your 2020, okay? Rethinking your work ethic. It's going to show you where you might have been slacking off at home, slacking off at work, or slacking off anywhere you're supposed to be responsible, and show us whether we're making mature decisions, okay? Because a lot of us have come to this place where we are because of following our own path and having to always make our own decisions. But if we never had mentorship, or we've never really experienced certain things, we don't really know if we're making the right decisions sometimes. So this retrograde is coming to show you whether your decisions have been on the right track or not. And this is going to be until October. So look, the effects of a Saturn retrograde are going to just be felt. You're going to feel the vibration at certain times, but it's a slow moving planet, and it's going to be doing this until, I believe, October. Yeah, October is when that retrograde ends. So you have that time to reinvent your work ethic and how you approach situations where you got to use your hands, or you got to make some money, or you got to take care of something, or how you do your work. Okay, so whatever that work may be. And it's also karma. Okay, this planet also Saturn also is the planet of karma, and it's going retrograde. So, you know, we might have to walk back some things, and, you know, it's going basically back to 2020. So any decisions that you might have regret making in 2020, you probably gonna have to come face to face with them now. And since you're in a full moon and it's a lunar eclipse, this is the best time to release it. If it was a bad decision, and this is your time to let it go. Okay. And then we have Mercury retrograde in Gemini, the retrograde of inconvenience, okay? So I already talked a little bit about Mercury retrograde. So let me talk about Jupiter and Pisces, because that's what I have your horoscopes for. Because, you know, with all this intense energy surrounding this full moon and this lunar eclipse and this retrograde and that retrograde coming to make me grow up and change and all this other stuff that it's coming to do, it's all a good thing. But purging don't feel good, right? Have you ever, like, been forced to, like, throw up, or, like, had to force yourself to throw up to, like, literally get everything out of your body to make yourself feel better? Yeah, that's what we're purging, but we're doing it in a spiritual way. And some of you might have to do it on a natural end to really get a jump start, because we get indulgent, don't we? When we get comfortable and we start getting everything that we want, we get a little bit indulgent. We get a little bit extra. We start doing stuff more than what we usually do, eating more than we usually eat, sleeping more than we usually sleep, buying more than we usually buy, okay? When we get comfortable, especially if, you know, we have become accustomed to financial abundance where you are able to do those type of things. But we have to practice discipline and self-control, or we're gonna crash. We're gonna crash out. That's just the bottom line, okay? So Jupiter and Pisces, though, I talked about that a little bit in my last video as well, that this planet, this placement is like, oh, it's all dreamy, and, you know, oh, you're making my dreams come true. You know, all of that good, mushy, teenage love affair movie, all that stuff, okay? All that gushy mush and making shit happen. So I wanted to give you your horoscopes for Jupiter and Pisces. And remember, horoscopes are for rising as well as sun signs. So take a look at both of them, because, you know, your rising sign, that's pretty much who you are when you're around, like, other people, like, out in the world. And, you know, your personality just pretty much who you is. Like, when you speak, when you open your mouth and begin to talk, you know, your personality is eventually going to fall out. So I'm a Leo rising, right? So when I'm out in public, I'm like life of the party, real warm. Oh, everybody give me a hug. I'm so generous, and I'm loving, and I'm warm, and I'm peeping the scene, and I'm hogging the spotlight, you know, because I'm a Leo rising. But once you get close to me in close contact and you have a conversation with me, the nerdy Aquarius in me is going to fall out, okay? I'm going to start talking to you about world politics and the planets, and hey, what's your sign, and, you know, all this nerdy stuff, and oh, I know how to use that, and messing with your technology. Eventually the Aquarius is going to come out. So that's why we look at rising and sun sign. So let me give y'all horoscopes so you can go and you can just breathe, meditate, release, my people. All right, don't get caught up in this. I know the energy of Gemini wants you to go outside, but, you know, this full moon is telling you to look at areas where you need some discipline, and or areas that you really need to grow in, because remember, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of blessings, expansion, and all that stuff, okay? And higher learning and traveling. So along all of those higher philosophical planes of things. See, like, so, Aries, for your Jupiter and Pisces, and Jupiter and Pisces is going to be there until July 28th, okay? So, expansion to your spiritual awareness, Aries, getting in touch with your spiritual side, going deeper. You can expect epiphanies if you know, get aligned. Try not to have anything blocking you or trying to, you know, not being able to carve out time for yourself, okay? Emotional healing, excess baggage causing inner conflicts. It's probably the baggage that you took on to someone else and you need to give it back to them, or you know what I'm saying, it's time for you to go and pack their bag and give it back, okay? So you could be released and, you know, not have this inner conflict because you're going against your own self by carrying around somebody else's problems, okay, Aries? Taurus, tapping into your power as a leader. You're ready to network and bring people together. You're ready to bring the people out, okay, to a common cause. You're just trying to get everybody on one accord so we can sit in the dirt with you and talk about what the hell is wrong with this world and fucking fix it. That's what you came to do, ain't it, Taurus? I know it is. Gemini, becoming more connected with your career goals. You ready to get to it. You are ready to get in your lane and go. So, you know, retrograde is in your sign right now, and this is your season and this is your time. So don't let the scattered energy of the retrograde deter you, Gemini, from doing what it is that you want to do with your career and with your time, okay? Cancer, new opportunities and new experience. You tired of the everyday struggle and you are ready for the extraordinary, okay? You're ready to see some things. You're ready to see the 7 wonders of the world. You're ready to see shit people ain't never seen. You're ready to really get in touch with, you know, art and, you know, just travel and different people and different places. You're ready for some new scenery. You're ready for some, you know, learning experiences. Leo, embrace your inner healing and transformation, going deeper within. So Leo is going deeper, deeper, deeper within. Leos are known for their warm nature, but they are the lion, and they do have to spend the time in solitude to really just go inside and see what's going on the outside. They have to go inside themselves and then see everything from a different perspective. So, you know, this is a time of, you know, just letting love come in and arising from challenges as a champion. So, you know, that's going to be the theme of pretty much all your relationships and situations. Was it a challenge that you had to rise from, or is it okay for you to let the love, you know, flow in and, you know, accept it and reciprocate it as well? Virgos, you are forming new relationships and friendships. Are you ready to shower and enrich these wonderful people with some of that good Virgo self-care? You know what I'm saying? Virgos are kings and queens of self-care. They know how to take care of themselves. They know how to soothe themselves and make themselves feel better. They know what they like. They know what type of food they like. They know how they like the house to look. They know smells and stuff that's going to make them and comfort them. And they like to shower that on other people sometimes. So now this is your time to do it, you know, in a safe way. Go ahead and spread the love. If you are single, this is a good time for relationships with you. You know, you're being ruled by Venus. So when you are going along with certain planetary actions, a lot of your things are going to be based in love and beauty and creativity and art and, you know, pleasure and those type of things. So if you're already in a relationship, then it's time for some next level shit. Libra. Oh, you are ready to up your dedication. You are tired of the procrastination, and you are ready to just really focus on your health and your overall well-being, okay? Libra, you just been a little lazy lately, right? That's it. That's all there is to it. You just been a little lazy lately. You ain't been feeling like it. You know, you just been procrastinating and scooting around, but you ready to get to it now, okay? Scorpio. Discovering your artistic and creative abilities. You are expanding, feeling inspired to do what makes you happy. You're ready to tap into your creative side and create more. Sagittarius, you are nurturing your personal life with love and care. Returning to your roots and remembering where you came from is the remedy for whatever intense emotion that you may be feeling right now. It's because you are the journey, you're a traveler, you're a runner. Pretty much, you get far away from your roots and your home, traveling far out, looking for knowledge, looking for whatever it is a Sagittarius is looking for at the time. They're always on the hunt for something, you know, that they feel like they need, or a missing piece to a puzzle of what's going on in that, you know, mind of theirs. But, you know, this is a time where you want to nurture your personal life. You're concerned about your home and getting back to your roots, okay? So creating a home that you want to live in, that's what you are focusing on right now. You ready to have somewhere to run back to. Capricorn, You're unleashing the power of your voice. You're inspired to share your thoughts with the world. And you're putting yourself to the test and being loud about it. Capricorn is speaking up, okay? Since everybody is a goat, now the goats have decided, like, well, let the goats go ahead and speak up, okay? Since we are goats these days, okay? Everybody's the greatest of all time, right? Okay, well, the goats are ready to speak up. Ain't that right, Capricorn? So you putting it to the test and you being loud about it, and go ahead and do it, okay? The energy of the universe is supporting you to say what it is that you need to say. We're not holding on to things. We are releasing, and if that means that people have to be released with it, then so be it. Aquarius, oh, money, baby. Money, baby. Money, baby. But guess what? Got a budget, baby. Budget, baby. Budget, baby. Aquarius is coming out of a very indulgent season of trying not to overspend. I know I am Aquarius, and it has been hard not to spend money and pay bills and be responsible, but I know I have to make it through a season of doing that if I'm going to really receive the wealth that I want. I have to practice self-control and discipline, and that is a message to me and all other Aquariuses. Your wealth is coming, your money is on the way, but you just have to continue to stay in the mindset of saving and not buying extravagant things and spending all your money on technology. That's what I spend most of my money on. Pisces, the growth is real. You are committed. You feeling confident. And you ready to get to it. And guess what? This is all you. Jupiter in Pisces Jupiter is at home in Pisces. So, honey, you just enjoy it. You going to high heights, flying and taking off during this time. And remember that we have till July 28th to take advantage of this energy. So take advantage of as much as you can. Now, so let's wrap it up. So full moon in Sagittarius, we're not doing those type of rituals, but we are going to try to find the Sagittarius in our chart as an area for us to work on in our life. And remember, if it is time for you to release something and let it go, do it now, because baby, if it's up, then it's stuck. So if you're really ready to get rid of something, if you're really ready to let something go, now is the time to release it. And remember, well, it's gone. Okay, so be careful, because energy is high and adrenaline rush. Don't say nothing that you don't mean, or don't, that you cannot take back or get rid of, ruin something over, you might just be emotional right now. That's what I'm trying to say. You might just be emotional right now. Pay very attention, but something that you have been longing for and that you've really been trying to just get away from you, the thing that you probably led you to this journey in the first place of, wanting to heal and stuff like that. That's the stuff we talking about releasing. Beliefs and stuff that's been holding you back. Things that have been said that have been holding you back, okay? There are a bunch of retrogrades going on, so just, be safe out there, okay? So I am done with this video. Hopefully it uploads on time, because it is Mercury retrograde, so hopefully YouTube and the internet don't give me no problems. But you be careful out there and make sure that y'all getting places on time and leaving before time, because traffic and travel delays because of Mercury retrograde and technology issues. You might not be able to call and say, oh, I'm running late, or they might not get your text and all this other stuff. Just be careful. Protect your energy. And, if you have to avoid certain people, do that. If you have to avoid odd people, do that. Only for a little while. Make sure you're not going into no depression state now. That's not what I'm saying. But, we have to protect ourselves, because something can distract you and you miss your opportunity again. Ain't you tired of missing opportunities? Now, I just told y'all about all this astrological stuff going on, so you better not miss it, okay? Don't miss your opportunity to change. Don't miss your opportunity to grow. Don't miss your opportunity to get your shit together. And don't miss my next video, nigga.